Today we're talking haze, smoke machines, and all that fun stuff. So let's get into it. What is going on, everybody? If you're new around here, my name is Finn Badgley. I am a commercial fashion portrait photographer and all-around content creator. And today I'm showing you a way that I like to spice up my footage and photos when the moment calls for it. And that is using haze, a smoke machine, or in this case, something like Atmosphere Aerosol. Now, they did not sponsor me for this. I just tried this out as it is a portable and compact way to have haze with you pretty much anywhere you go. I actually did utilize this in my most recent Skillshare class, which you can check in the link in the description, talking all about cinematography and how to level up your videos. Now, with that said, this is something that I've been playing around with, and honestly, I find it works really well. It's nice and safe to use, especially indoors. I would recommend having a bit of ventilation, but you don't want too much, otherwise it'll dissipate quite quickly, but just so you get a bit of fresh air in there and keep things flowing. But that said, it was designed to be safe and used in this type of environment. So that is what we use it for. And the benefit of it is you can just get a bunch of cans of this rather than carrying around a smoke machine and needing to plug it in and that sort of thing. Obviously, if you're doing a longer term, larger project, a smoke machine is going to be worth it because you're going to be using it all the time and you will go through quite a few cans of this. But for the odd couple shots or anything of that variety, this comes in perfect handy, especially if you are in a smaller space. It's something that can just add that extra level of depth, add a little more mood and drama to things. And honestly, haze is something that's used in a lot of large budget productions, movies, TV shows, etc. I've worked on these and seen it used all the time. So if you're after that type of look, this is a way that you can do it, especially on the cheap. And if you're not sure about it, you can just pick up like a singular can, and then you don't need to worry about investing a whole lot and not really liking the look of things. So to give you an idea of how this looks, currently this shot is without any of this, and then I'll give it a little shake here, spray it around. I'm gonna let this kind of dissipate. And then as it does, you kind of want to waft it just a little bit to make it a little more even. And that way you're not getting all these clouds floating through. Otherwise, that's how you can tell that it was used. Rather, you want it to look more like that atmosphere that just gives things a little more punch and a little more atmospheric look, I guess. It's a bit of a vibe, I don't know. Now, I will switch back and forth between when we did not have it to when we do, so that way you can see the difference. I didn't spray a ton of it, so it is going to be a little more subtle, but it does even things out a little bit more and add more depth. Now, the way my lighting setup is currently, it doesn't allow for the most drastic effect, so I will include some clips here where it is used, where you get those nice light rays coming through that really allow for this haze to really shine. And one thing that I was a little concerned about, I know when I've been on set and smoke machines and haze have been used, if they're anywhere that has a smoke alarm, chances are that smoke alarm will go off. However, I am shooting this in my own living space, and there's a smoke alarm roughly 10 feet from me just on the ceiling, and it has never gone off when I've used this, unless it's about to go off, but in which case you're about to hear it. But it hasn't. So with that said, it's something that is going to also be safe in that regard, so you don't need to worry about setting off any smoke alarms, waking up your neighbors, or generally causing a ruckus. So this is just something that I like to use on the odd occasion, and is something that can add that extra little bit of spice to your photos, to your videos. Again, not sponsored or anything of that variety. I just tried this out for myself and thought maybe you guys might like some insight as well, especially if this is something you've been considering. Like I've said, I've worked on a lot of large budget productions where the same idea has been used, just with smoke machines and haze. And if you want to get that look, this is a way to do it on the cheap. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video. A little bit of a shorter one for you this week, but just something to change it up a little bit and give you guys a little bit of a different tool rather than all the different types of gear. Just something nice and easy. You can throw this in your camera bag and you are good to go from there. So with all that said, I hope you enjoyed this video and got some value out of it, especially if you have been looking at this or wanting to find a way to add some depth to your videos and your footage. And with that, drop a like, leave a comment if you like this kind of thing, you want to see more of it from me in the future. Subscribe if you have not already. Hit the bell to be notified when I post new videos so you never miss an upload. Work hard, rest often, and as always, I will see you on the next one.